In other words, or sitting in a chair, he tried to feel, look at this, we're trying to relax in public, in front of an audience, and we can't.
Remember Dustin Hoffman's unforgettable performance as Raymond in Rain Man? The film not only earned over $350 million globally, but also transformed public perception of autism, leaving a lasting mark on cinema history. While Rain Man was a massive box office success, there's more to the story than what made it to the screen. Behind the scenes, fascinating details and lesser-known moments have recently come to light. Now, at 87 years old, Dustin Hoffman is finally opening up about what really happened during filming. Curious to uncover the truth? Let's explore the untold stories behind this iconic movie. Rain Man was based on a real person. Let's rewind to 1988, the year Rain Man premiered and forever changed the way audiences saw autism. More than just a box office hit, this film made waves for its heartfelt storytelling and groundbreaking portrayal of a condition that, at the time, was rarely discussed openly in mainstream media. The plot centers around Charlie Babbitt, played by Tom Cruise, a slick and self-absorbed young man who suddenly learns that he has an older brother named Raymond, an autistic savant portrayed by Dustin Hoffman. What begins as a tense reunion evolves into a deeply emotional road trip across the country. Along the way, Charlie's motivations shift, and the bond between the two brothers grows. The film balances humor, tension, and touching moments, creating a story that resonated with audiences worldwide. What truly set Rain Man apart was Hoffman's nuanced and respectful portrayal of Raymond. His performance helped bring attention and awareness to autism in a way that had never been done on such a large scale. But what many viewers didn't realize was that Raymond's character wasn't entirely fictional. He was inspired by a real person, Kim Peek. Kim Peek was a real-life savant with an extraordinary memory. He could recall vast amounts of information, from historical dates to entire books, after reading them just once. His unique mind served as the foundation for the character of Raymond, lending a sense of authenticity and realism to the story. Peek's life offered deeper insight into savant syndrome and helped shape a narrative that was both educational and emotionally compelling. In blending fiction with real-life inspiration, Rain Man became more than just a movie. It became a cultural milestone that helped spark broader conversations about neurodiversity, compassion, and understanding. Casting made Rain Man a masterpiece. When it comes to filmmaking, casting is often the cornerstone of success. A powerful script or visionary director can only go so far if the actors don't fit the roles. In the case of Rain Man, the decision to cast Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise was more than just a smart move. It was what ultimately elevated the film into a classic. The story of two estranged brothers on a transformative journey relied heavily on emotional complexity, chemistry, and authenticity. That meant the casting had to be perfect. The role of Raymond Babbitt, an autistic savant, was perhaps the most challenging part to fill. It demanded not just technical skill, but a deep sensitivity and understanding of autism. After considering various actors, the filmmakers ultimately chose Dustin Hoffman, a decision that would define the heart of the film. Hoffman took the role seriously, committing himself to months of research. He didn't want to rely on stereotypes or one-dimensional portrayals. Instead, he immersed himself in the world of people with autism, spending time with real individuals on the spectrum to absorb their behavior, mannerisms, and rhythms of speech. His portrayal of Raymond was not only nuanced, but deeply respectful, capturing both the brilliance and vulnerability of his character. Tom Cruise, on the other hand, was cast as Charlie Babbitt, the younger brother who initially sees Raymond as an obstacle, but gradually forms a meaningful bond with him. Known for his roles in high-energy films like Top Gun and Risky Business, Cruise brought a different kind of intensity to Rain Man. His character arc, from self-absorbed hustler to compassionate brother, grounded the emotional development of the film. Cruise's charisma balanced Hoffman's quiet introspection, creating a dynamic that was both tense and touching. Initially, there were concerns about the pairing. Hoffman was a seasoned actor known for his meticulous method approach, while Cruise was still in the early stages of his career, thriving more on instinct and energy. Some feared their differences might clash on screen. But director Barry Levinson believed that contrast would enrich the film rather than hinder it. He was right. The friction between the two actors mirrored the conflict and eventual connection between their characters. The result was electric. Their chemistry became one of the film's strongest assets. Hoffman's deep internal work and Cruise's evolving emotional openness complemented each other in ways few could have predicted. Together, they created a believable, compelling sibling bond that carried the entire story. In the end, the casting of Rain Man wasn't just a technical decision, it was the soul of the film. Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise didn't just play their parts, they embodied them. Their performances elevated a strong script into an unforgettable cinematic experience. Without them, Rain Man would not have left the same lasting impact on audiences or the film industry. First impressions on set. The first day on the set of Rain Man was like a roller coaster of emotions for everyone involved. You had Dustin Hoffman, who's known for taking his acting super seriously, diving headfirst into his role as Raymond. I mean, the guy was so dedicated that he stayed in character even when the cameras weren't rolling. He was practicing Raymond's quirks and mannerisms like it was nobody's business. It was clear from the get-go that Hoffman meant business, and his influence on the set was undeniable. On the flip side, you had Tom Cruise bringing a whole different vibe. His charm and excitement were infectious, and he made it a point to get to know everyone, from his fellow actors to the technical crew. Cruise's friendly nature helped lighten the mood and create a more laid-back atmosphere. His energy was like a breath of fresh air compared to Hoffman's intense focus, but together, they started shaping the vibe of the set. Then you've got director Barry Levinson, who played a crucial role in navigating these different personalities. He's known for being cool, calm, and all about collaboration. Levinson encouraged open communication and teamwork from the get-go. He knew how to balance Hoffman's deep dive into character with Cruise's more spontaneous approach. Levinson's guidance really helped bridge the gap between the two leads, making sure their different methods complemented each other instead of clashing. Drama and challenges during Rain Man filming. As filming progressed for the iconic movie Rain Man, the set was not without its fair share of challenges and conflicts. One of the main sources of tension stemmed from Dustin Hoffman's intense method acting. Hoffman's unwavering commitment to his role as Raymond often required multiple takes and extensive rehearsals, which sometimes led to frustration among the crew and other actors. His meticulous approach, while ultimately effective, could be time-consuming and demanding. Tom Cruise, whose acting style was more instinctive and flexible, occasionally found Hoffman's method to be restrictive. The contrast in their approaches sometimes resulted in misunderstandings and friction. Cruise's frustration was palpable during scenes that required numerous retakes, as he preferred a more spontaneous execution. These differences in acting techniques highlighted the broader challenges of blending method acting with a more dynamic, less structured approach. Additionally, the physical and emotional demands of the roles added to the strain. Hoffman's portrayal of Raymond required an immense amount of concentration and stamina, which sometimes left him exhausted and irritable. Cruise, balancing his role as Charlie with his rising status as a Hollywood star, also felt the pressure to deliver a standout performance. These stresses occasionally boiled over, leading to moments of conflict on set. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew of Rain Man worked tirelessly to overcome obstacles and deliver a truly remarkable film. Director Barry Levinson's balancing act. When director Barry Levinson took on the challenge of bringing Rain Man to the screen, he did so with a calm, thoughtful approach that proved essential in handling the film's many complexities. Known for his collaborative directing style, Levinson created a respectful and communicative environment on set, something especially important when working with two high-profile actors like Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise, each with distinct personalities and acting methods. One of Levinson's key hurdles was managing the contrast between Hoffman's detailed method acting and Cruise's more instinctive, energetic performance style. Rather than forcing them into the same mold, Levinson recognized the potential in their differences. He gave Hoffman the time and space he needed to fine-tune his deeply researched portrayal of Raymond Babbitt, while encouraging Cruise to lean into his natural charisma and spontaneity as Charlie. This delicate balancing act required Levinson to be both patient and adaptable, often allowing for extended rehearsals and multiple takes to find just the right tone. Beyond actor management, Levinson was deeply attentive to the film's emotional core. He ensured that the story's sensitivity, especially its portrayal of autism and the evolving bond between the brothers, was handled with care and authenticity. His guidance in emotionally intense scenes was clear and supportive, giving the actors the freedom to explore their characters while staying anchored in the film's vision. Levinson's collaborative spirit wasn't limited to his work with the cast. He also welcomed creative input from the crew, fostering a sense of inclusion that made everyone on set feel invested in the project. This team-oriented atmosphere helped maintain consistency across all elements of the production, from cinematography to sound design. In the end, Levinson's composed leadership and inclusive style were vital to Rain Man's success. His ability to balance artistic vision with actor dynamics and emotional depth solidified his role as a masterful director behind one of cinema's most memorable films, Hoffman's method acting. Now let's take a closer look at Dustin Hoffman's approach to acting in the iconic classic. Dustin Hoffman's dedication to method acting left an indelible mark on the production of Rain Man. In preparation for his role as Raymond Babbitt, an autistic savant, Hoffman went to great lengths to truly understand and embody the character. His commitment was nothing short of exhaustive, as he spent months immersing himself in research on autism, consulting with experts, and engaging with individuals on the autism spectrum to grasp their behaviors, speech patterns, and emotional responses. Hoffman's pursuit of authenticity was evident in every facet of his performance. He meticulously honed Raymond's mannerisms, from his distinct way of walking to his repetitive hand movements and monotone voice. What's more, Hoffman remained in character between takes, maintaining Raymond's idiosyncrasies to ensure a seamless portrayal. This level of immersion created a palpable realism that became a defining feature of the film. The impact of Hoffman's method acting extended beyond his individual performance, influencing the entire production. His insistence on multiple takes to perfect a scene, while at times challenging for the crew, ultimately pushed everyone to elevate their work. Hoffman's unwavering focus set a high standard and inspired his co-stars and crew to match his dedication. Even Tom Cruise, initially frustrated by the process, came to appreciate the depth and nuance that Hoffman's method brought to their scenes together. Director Barry Levinson had to adapt his directing style to accommodate Hoffman's meticulous process. Levinson recognized the value of allowing longer rehearsals and more takes, understanding that Hoffman's attention to detail would ultimately enhance the film's authenticity. This flexibility paid off, as Hoffman's portrayal of Raymond garnered widespread acclaim for its sensitivity and accuracy. Hoffman's commitment to method acting not only elevated his own performance, but also raised the bar for authenticity and dedication in the film industry. His immersive approach serves as a testament to the transformative power of method acting, when embraced wholeheartedly. In the world of acting, method acting is a technique that requires actors to fully immerse themselves in their characters by drawing on personal emotions and experiences. It's a deeply intensive approach that demands a profound understanding of the character's psyche, motivations, and mannerisms. Dustin Hoffman's method acting for his role in Rain Man exemplifies the depth of commitment and preparation involved in this technique. His dedication to authenticity and realism not only shaped his own performance, but also influenced the entire production, setting a new standard for excellence in the craft of acting. The behind the scenes, the making of this iconic classic, was not just about the scenes we saw on screen, but also about the moments that happened behind the scenes. These moments added depth, humor, and a sense of camaraderie to the production, making it a truly memorable experience for everyone involved. One of the most unforgettable anecdotes from behind the scenes involved Dustin Hoffman's dedication to staying in character. During a break in filming, Hoffman, still in character as Raymond, wandered off and began counting toothpicks in a restaurant. This level of commitment not only amused the crew, but also showcased Hoffman's immersive approach to acting. It was a testament to his dedication to bringing Raymond to life in the most authentic way possible. On the other hand, Tom Cruise, known for his playful nature, often lightened the mood on set. In one instance, he organized an impromptu game of football during a lunch break, involving cast and crew alike. These moments of levity helped balance the intensity of the production and fostered a sense of camaraderie among the team. Cruise's efforts to keep the atmosphere light were crucial in maintaining morale during long and challenging shoots. Director Barry Levinson also faced his own set of behind-the-scenes challenges. One such story involves the iconic "Who's on First" scene, where Raymond recites the classic Abbott and Costello routine. Levinson was initially unsure if the scene would work, given its complexity and the need for precise timing. However, Hoffman's flawless execution and Cruise's reactive performance turned the scene into one of the film's most memorable moments. Levinson's willingness to take risks and trust his actors paid off in spades, resulting in a scene that remains etched in the audience's memory. Another notable story revolves around the Las Vegas sequences. Filming in the bustling casinos presented numerous logistical challenges, from managing crowd control to ensuring continuity amidst the constant background activity. Despite these obstacles, the scenes were executed flawlessly, capturing the vibrant energy of Las Vegas and adding an essential backdrop to the brothers' journey. The behind-the-scenes efforts to capture the essence of Las Vegas added a layer of authenticity to the film, making it feel even more real and immersive for the audience. The breakthrough moments. The making of Rain Man was filled with moments that pushed the cast and crew to their limits, resulting in some of the most memorable scenes in the film. One of these moments was when they filmed the scene where Raymond counts cards in a Las Vegas casino. This scene was a big deal because it showed Raymond's incredible abilities, and it was a turning point in the relationship between the brothers. It was a real team effort to make it work. Dustin Hoffman had to perfectly capture Raymond's precise nature, while Tom Cruise had to show Charlie's amazement and growing respect for his brother. And of course, director Barry Levinson played a crucial role in setting the right emotional tone for the scene. It wasn't easy, though, with all the noise and activity in the casino. But despite the challenges, the scene turned out to be one of the most memorable in the film. Another important scene was when Charlie decides not to take advantage of Raymond's abilities for money, showing his growth as a character. This scene needed to strike the right balance of emotion and restraint. Hoffman's subtle portrayal of Raymond's confusion and Cruise's heartfelt realization of his brother's worth really hit home with audiences thanks to Levinson's guidance. It really emphasized the film's main themes of love and understanding. The production of Rain Man was a roller coaster ride of challenges and triumphs, resulting in a film that continues to touch hearts and inspire audiences to this day. The infamous fart scene. This scene has become a fan favorite, and for good reason. It's not just funny. It perfectly captures the unique dynamic between Charlie and Raymond, making it one of the standout moments of the film. In the scene, Tom Cruise and his brother Dustin Hoffman are in a phone booth. As they're talking, Raymond suddenly announces, "Oh, fart," followed by an actual fart. Charlie's reaction is a mix of surprise and amusement, which adds a touch of humor to the moment. What makes this scene so special is its spontaneity and authenticity. It wasn't originally in the script. It happened organically during filming. Hoffman, known for his method acting, stayed true to his character, and Cruise's genuine reaction was caught on camera. Dustin Hoffman has often mentioned that this fart scene is his favorite from all the movies he has been in. It's a small, relatable moment that left a lasting impression on everyone, including Tom Cruise. The scene showcases Hoffman's incredible ability to stay in character and add depth to his portrayal of Raymond. It also highlights the evolving relationship between the brothers, showing how Charlie begins to understand and accept Raymond's quirks. This scene is a perfect example of how Rain Man blends humor with heartfelt storytelling. It brings a sense of realism and relatability to the film, reminding us that even in the midst of a serious story, there are moments of lightness and human connection. The evolution of Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise's friendship on and off the set of Rain Man. When Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise first started working together on the set of Rain Man, their different acting styles posed a challenge. Hoffman, known for his method acting, dove deep into his characters, often requiring extra time and takes to get it just right. On the other hand, Cruise brought an instinctive and energetic approach to his acting, preferring a more spontaneous style. At the beginning, their conflicting methods caused some tension. Hoffman's meticulous attention to detail tested Cruise's patience, especially during scenes that needed multiple retakes. However, as filming went on, a mutual respect began to blossom between the two actors. Cruise came to admire the depth and authenticity that Hoffman brought to the film, while Hoffman appreciated Cruise's natural charisma and adaptability. A significant turning point in their relationship came during a particularly challenging scene. Hoffman was struggling to capture the nuances of his character, leading to multiple retakes. Instead of getting frustrated, Cruise took the opportunity to observe and learn from Hoffman's process. This moment of understanding marked a shift in their dynamic, fostering a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. As their characters' relationship deepened on screen, so did their off-screen friendship. Hoffman and Cruise started collaborating more closely, sharing insights and supporting each other through difficult scenes. This growing bond not only enhanced their performances, but also enriched the film's portrayal of the complex relationship between Charlie and Raymond. Production hurdles. Making the movie Rain Man wasn't a walk in the park. The cast and crew had to deal with all sorts of tricky situations that needed some really clever thinking and flexibility. One big challenge was filming in lots of different places all over the United States. Since the story involves a road trip, they had to shoot in various locations. This meant organizing travel, getting permits, and moving equipment and people around, which was no easy feat. Filming in the lively Las Vegas casinos was especially tough. They had to plan everything just right to avoid causing too much chaos. The team had to work around the casino's busy times, sometimes shooting in the middle of the night, and set up in a way that didn't attract too much attention. It was a real juggling act, but it paid off in capturing the exciting vibe of Las Vegas. Another big challenge was getting all the little details of Raymond's character just right. Dustin Hoffman's performance relied on tiny things like how he moved and talked. The crew had to make sure they captured all these little nuances on camera, which meant paying close attention to lighting, sound, and camera angles. It made things more complicated, but it was super important for showing Raymond's character accurately. Dealing with the weather was another headache, especially when they were shooting outside. They had to be ready to change plans at a moment's notice when the weather didn't cooperate. This meant everyone had to be really organized and communicate well to make sure they could still get the scenes they needed without messing up the flow of the movie. Personal revelations. Dustin Hoffman's role as Raymond Babbitt in Rain Man was not just another acting challenge. It became a profound personal journey for him. As an actor known for his intense preparation and dedication to method acting, Hoffman immersed himself fully into Raymond's world. This immersion led to several personal revelations that deeply influenced his perspective on both his craft and life. One of the most significant revelations for Hoffman was the understanding and empathy he developed for individuals with autism. His extensive research and interaction with autistic individuals provided him with a deeper appreciation of their unique challenges and perspectives. Hoffman often reflected on how this experience changed his outlook on life, teaching him the importance of patience, empathy, and the value of seeing the world through someone else's eyes. Hoffman has spoken about how the role of Raymond made him more aware of the nuances of human behavior and communication. Playing a character with such specific and atypical mannerisms required Hoffman to pay attention to the smallest details, something that he found both challenging and enlightening. This focus on detail not only enhanced his performance, but also sharpened his overall acting skills, making him more attuned to the subtleties of human interaction. The role also pushed Hoffman to explore new depths of emotional vulnerability. Portraying Raymond required him to tap into a level of sincerity and honesty that was different from any of his previous roles. This vulnerability was not just a part of his character, but became a part of Hoffman himself, influencing his future approach to acting. The impact of Rain Man on Hoffman's career. When Rain Man stormed into theaters in 1988, it not only captivated audiences worldwide, but also reshaped the trajectory of Dustin Hoffman's illustrious career. Bagging the prestigious Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal of Raymond Babbitt was not just a moment of glory. It was a pivotal turning point that propelled Hoffman into new realms of recognition and opportunity. Post-Rain Man, Hoffman found himself at a crossroads, armed with newfound acclaim and a hunger for more challenging roles. No longer content with mere commercial success, he set his sights on projects that offered depth, complexity, and genuine storytelling. This shift marked a departure from the confines of typecasting, allowing him the artistic freedom to explore characters across a diverse spectrum. The ripple effect of Rain Man's triumph was felt far and wide in Hollywood. Filmmakers clamored to collaborate with Hoffman, drawn by his innate ability to breathe life into the most intricate of characters. Directors and producers recognized his knack for infusing authenticity into every role, resulting in a flood of offers for projects that demanded substance and depth. In the aftermath of Rain Man's triumph, Hoffman's career soared to new heights, with each role serving as a testament to his unparalleled talent and dedication. From the swashbuckling charm of Hook to the gritty realism of Sleepers, he traversed cinematic landscapes with effortless finesse, leaving an indelible mark on every character he inhabited. Moreover, Raymond solidified Hoffman's status as a paragon of method acting, revered for his unwavering commitment to the craft. This reputation became his calling card, opening doors to a plethora of critically acclaimed films such as Wag the Dog and Moonlight Mile. In each performance, Hoffman delivered a masterclass in authenticity, earning accolades for his ability to infuse characters with palpable emotion and depth. In essence, Rain Man's impact on Hoffman's career transcended mere recognition. It was a catalyst for evolution, propelling him towards a realm of artistic exploration and acclaim. With each role, he continued to defy expectations, cementing his legacy as one of Hollywood's most revered and versatile actors. Dustin Hoffman's net worth. When Dustin Hoffman took on the role of Raymond Babbitt in Rain Man, he was already an established actor, with a reputation for delivering powerful performances. Hoffman's salary for Rain Man was reportedly around $5 million. This was a significant amount at the time, reflecting his status as one of Hollywood's top talents. The movie's success, both critically and commercially, played a pivotal role in enhancing Hoffman's earnings and securing his financial future. The critical acclaim and commercial success of Rain Man had a profound impact on Hoffman's career and earnings. The film grossed over $354 million worldwide, and Hoffman's performance earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor, his second win in this category. This accolade not only solidified his standing in the industry, but also opened doors to higher-paying roles and more lucrative opportunities. Post-Rain Man, Hoffman's ability to command higher salaries increased significantly. Directors and producers were eager to work with him, recognizing his ability to bring depth and authenticity to his characters. This demand allowed Hoffman to be more selective with his projects, often choosing roles that were both artistically challenging and financially rewarding. During the late 1980s and 1990s, Hoffman's asking price for films reportedly rose to around $10 million per film, reflecting his enhanced market value. Dustin Hoffman's net worth has grown substantially since his role in Rain Man. As of recent estimates in 2024, Hoffman's net worth is approximately $100 million. Awards and accolades. Rain Man achieved remarkable critical and commercial success, becoming one of the most celebrated films of its time. The film resonated deeply with audiences and critics alike, leading to numerous awards and accolades that cemented its legacy in cinematic history. At the 61st Academy Awards, Rain Man was the big winner, taking home 4 Oscars. These included Best Picture, Best Director for Barry Levinson, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Actor for Dustin Hoffman. Hoffman's portrayal of Raymond Babbitt was widely praised for its authenticity and emotional depth, earning him his second Academy Award. These wins highlighted the film's excellence across various aspects of filmmaking, from its direction and writing to its performances. In addition to its Oscar success, Raymond also garnered several Golden Globe Awards, including Best Motion Picture, Drama, and Best Actor, Drama for Hoffman. The film's recognition extended to other prestigious award bodies, such as the BAFTAs, where it received multiple nominations and won the award for Best Editing. Box office performance. The resounding success of Rain Man was not merely confined to critical acclaim. It made waves at the box office, raking in an impressive sum of over $354 million worldwide. As audiences flocked to theaters, eager to witness the magic unfold on the silver screen, Rain Man soared to remarkable heights, cementing its status as a cinematic juggernaut. During its initial weekend release, Rain Man secured the second spot at the box office, trailing only behind the film twins, with an impressive earnings of $7 million. However, it wasn't long before Rain Man ascended to the throne, claiming the coveted first position during the weekend of December 30th to January 2nd, bidding farewell to 1988 with a staggering $42 million in its coffers. As the curtains drew to a close on 1988, Rain Man emerged triumphant as the highest-grossing U.S. film of the year, amassing a colossal sum of over $172 million domestically. However, its global dominance knew no bounds, with worldwide figures painting an even more impressive picture. According to Box Office Mojo, Rain Man's global earnings surpassed the $354 million mark, solidifying its status as a bona fide blockbuster. However, the numbers provided an even more astounding figure, reporting that the film grossed an astronomical $412.8 million worldwide. Such staggering figures not only attested to Rain Man's commercial prowess, but also underscored its universal appeal. Thanks for watching, fam. For a more thrilling video about your favorite, check out the next video that pops up on your screen.